Baltimore. Today, a good one in store. It's the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen,
alongside Greg Oates, and that's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. Number 1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
first down, Chicago.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Pass is caught, that's DJ Moore. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming to you.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll go again with Swift, and they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they're going to have enough to convert here, and it sets up 1st and goal.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. they've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. And he will get into the end zone. Cole Komet, touchdown Bears. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He knocks it through, and the Bears will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense. And when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
In motion goes Likely. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Gervon Dexter in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Fox. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
On third down, Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and now it's fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Bears offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And it does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, it's a run with slip. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Bears first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, like, let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the give, here's Swift. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Mike Green is there on the stop.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he's taken down on what should be The final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter. 2nd and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. On 2nd down, it's Williams. He pulls it in around the 5. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
To throw is Williams. We're trying to set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Here's Williams now to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Swift.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Swift. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
Some extra bulk out there. They're going to roll the dice and go for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Williams. To the goal line and in. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Santos for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bears move out on top, 14-0.
Ravens, nothing.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8.
The Ravens take over first and
The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score, as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short game.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Finding space at the 40, and he is out of bounds. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
That is caught. It is Hopkins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, it's Jackson. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Baltimore.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll send Flowers in motion. To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll get this out wide. And he can't get away. They rallied to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start, and this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
They'll push forward here, down to about the 27. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 9. In motion goes Likely. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Taking on defender. Plowing forward. A pickup of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
17 yards. First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Leads to 2nd.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. This quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight. He's going to try to take it in on his own, but not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
Line of scrimmage to the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. Throwing Jackson. That one, take it in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14. Ravens 7.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 2nd and 10, Williams once more. He takes off. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he can't hang on. through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Quick slant, looked in by Moore. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number one. Here's second and 2. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Taking off. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of room to operate.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Now he'll run. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Now it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott. Thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Justice Hill to return. Whoa! He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Henry into the secondary, past the 40. Inside the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run plays to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Ravens 14.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Bears offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Now Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. It's 2nd down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
He's going to have a Bears 1st down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line.
10 yards. And the Bears 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
On 1st down, they give it right back to Swift. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. He had all day to throw that ball. Couldn't find anyone open downfield. And it brings up 4th down. Marlon Humphrey, the man there to break that one up.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. Jackson going to keep it himself. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Love to start any drives like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Off the play fake. Jackson. This throw right is taken in by 5. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Raven 1st down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Now he takes off. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 9.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain. In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just as the marker, it is 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Bateman is the motion man. He'll step up and run this. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
They went went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
That is caught side of the end zone. Martin Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. DeAndre Swift of the Bears offense, set for their next possession. Trailed by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Another run here. Another run by Swift. Nice game here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Swift. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
3rd, they need 8. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might make this a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll go again with Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down. They'll put Loveland in motion. Throwing on second down. Williams. Right side. Caught by Burton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9. At the Ravens 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll step up and run. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
That's another Bears first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
On the tackle. A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal. To throw is Williams. We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
You have to wonder if we look back at the end of this game, Mike, and say, was this a prime opportunity for this offense that they blew after that third down sack? Opportunity to take the lead here late in the game, and instead, I think there's a real decision about whether or not they should just take the 3 and chip away at this lead.
So now the Brazilian-born Cairo Santos in a big spot. This to get back within a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Here comes Hill on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34. A pickup of 9.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
We'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Baltimore.
First down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Going to go right back to Henry. It is 2nd and 9. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Al Jackson, this a designed run. And he will do it himself. He's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the fourth quarter, I think they feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Luke now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Ravens are going to open up the lead to 8. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense ready to get back out. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Williams. Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that run, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Bears 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up 1st down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that run, it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
8. Here's Williams now to throw. Pass taken in by Johnson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Bears 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down. To throw, it's Williams. And they'll finally run him down when he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
1st and goal, Chicago.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
That called in at the 2, and he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Second and goal. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. Here's Williams. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more.
Mike, we always say pass rush ends games, and for all intents and purposes, this could be the game right here. There's no guarantee that if they fail on this 4th down, that they're going to have a chance to even get the ball back.
So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Henry. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's a 2nd charge timeout to Chicago. Clock is stopped. 55 seconds remaining here in the game.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.